Hey Siri, what's the temp?
It's 16 degrees outside.
16. Alright guys, let's go for a little ride in the sledge. Let's see how she holds up. We got just a little 1 to 2 inch snowstorm. It's no big deal, but boy, if she's slick underneath. It doesn't take 10 inches of snow to make it slippery though. Only takes the first ½ inch. And she is slick. But we grooved the tires last year, so car coming. Off to the left, you'll see them come up right about now. So what we're doing, this is called open up. This is not a full push yet. We're not going to start a full push until all the cars clear out. This doesn't make much sense to try to do it. So if you see me driving around in a random pattern, it's technically not random. What an open up basically means is we concentrate on the drive lanes so that as the cars come in and out, they have easy access. They're not battling snow. And then once the cars leave the lots, then we go in and we do everything. Get her all cleaned up. Now what we're working with is Arctic sectional pusher. And this, oh, there's a cute kid. What a little cutie. He's got flowers. Oh, he's got flowers. Oh, for a military person. God bless him, man. God bless him. Alright, so this is an Arctic sectional pusher. And if you look down at it, you'll see that it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 separate moldboards. And each moldboard floats independently from the ones next to it. And the reason that they do this is because it helps the entire unit to contour to the lot, giving it a really nice controlled scrape. And if you watch as we go along, every now and then you'll see one section just kind of jump up, while the others may or may not. They may stay right where they're at. And what it does is the entire section will lift up and over if you hit an obstacle, while the others remain in contact with the ground, which definitely helps to improve your productivity. You're not losing a whole big wad of snow all at once. Now, if you look in front of us, you see a sheen on the ground. That's actually ice. This lot has not been salted yet this year. Now, I've been asked many times, you know, why don't I salt? And the answer is simple. I don't want to work that much in the winter. In Minnesota, you will have approximately twice as many salting events as you will have plowing events. It's crazy, but true. So you go out twice as often. And sometimes in the winter, we've gone out almost every consecutive day just plowing snow. And then on top of that, to try to add in salting and sanding, I just don't want to do that much work to make just as good of a living as I want to make doing this. And I enjoy this part. Alright. Go back down through this This right here happens to be a public road. This is one of the only public roads in this complex that we will plow. And the reason we plow it is because if we didn't plow it, we finished up all our lots, and then the city came through, they would push that snow sideways into our lots. And we'd have to come back and clean it up anyway. So by being proactive and plowing it before the city comes in, we control exactly where the snow goes, and it doesn't go back into our lots. We have very selective places where we can stockpile snow. We can't push it just up and over the curb anywhere. That's just the way this contract is written. Another thing about the Arctic sectional, it has, I actually raised it up, I shouldn't have raised it up. I was trying to show you guys something. I'm going to back it up, I don't want to leave it dribble. It has a slip hitch. And what that slip hitch does is it allows the actual Arctic to basically float in front of the machine. So I, as an operator, kind of screw up and raise it up too high or put too much, down pressure on it, has little forgiveness. And it, oh, there we go. We can see one of the moldboards activating right there. It'll actually contour to the lot better. So there's a lot of different components. So now, right, if you look in the lower left, actually, you know what? Let's hit the curve. All right. So right in front of me are two curves. We're gonna run right into them. Now watch the two moldboards on the side. They'll raise right up, and I won't bang my head into the. See that? That doesn't look like a big deal. If you plow snow in a static pusher, you would have just jarred the entire machine. The Sledge has two speeds, slow speed and not quite as slow. So I just went into not quite as slow. I don't plow in not quite as slow speed though. There is no fast speed on this sled if you are used to other loaders. Now the Sledge does run a Deutz motor, that's an amazing motor. Deutz makes good stuff. There's a lot of good engines out there. I think most people will agree that a Deutz is a good engine. Some may not. For a big loader like this, I mean, it's not massive, but 74 horsepower. Yeah, the reason why that's important is no DEF fluid. 1 horsepower under DEF. I love that. I don't have to deal with any of that. So let's just spin around and take a look at how well she cleared. Now for the first snowfall of the year, we're not going to get quite as good at clearing, scraping right down to the pavement as we would if we've already maintained the account, because there's 0 salt on this lot. 30 years, roughly 30 years, somewhere in that neighborhood, though I don't keep track. Hardly missed that many snowplow events. The only time I've missed it is if work has come up and I've had to go days ago. We weren't supposed to get snow, and then all of a sudden we got a little blip of radar on the radar screen, and I was 100 miles up north in Shangri-Lodge, and snow hadn't even come down. It just looked like it could. I packed everything up and I left. I got back before the snow hit. That way I was working. Alright, let's see who's here. Now Blaine is already plowing. I think Timmy is showing Henry around. Henry's a new guy coming in to help us out this year. Joey's brand new. He's never plowed before. We've got another Jake coming in. He does have experience. He's coming in with, he's actually coming in to be a new foreman. And Sam is coming in. I see a machine sitting there with the lights on. So what does that tell me? Tells me that Tim is taking Henry around and introducing him to the site. Alright, actually, you know what? I'm kind of having some fun. ASV, freaking Sledge is my favorite. If I was gonna, if you had to just throw me in one thing for all night long, it would be my pickup truck, because I need it for a mobile command station. But if it was a piece of equipment, it'd be the Sledge or the ASV.